Hey everyone, this is Josh from Visto for another episode of Talent Tips. I'm happy to be joined here by Marlies. Marlies, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Yeah, could you start by telling us just a little bit more about yourself and where you're working right now?
Amazing. Yeah, so I currently work at Properly as a people business partner. I actually joined Properly as HR employee one, scaling the team from 17 to 140 or so. But I actually am so excited to be talking to you because I started my career at a nonprofit called Career Edge, where I specifically help new immigrants find work. So I was really excited to chat today.
For sure. And I was checking through your LinkedIn experiences like that and experience in recruitment itself and now in HR. So excited to get your perspective. So, can you share three quick tips to aspiring immigrants who are looking to land their first job in Canada?
My first, absolutely. So, my first is to not doubt your experience. Experience is experience, no matter where it comes from. Those companies are lucky to have you, not the other way around. There's never been more demand for talent. So, this is a great time. The Canadian labor market needs you. So, that's tip one. Tip two is people may not understand your experience. So a tip you can do on your resume is to actually provide some context on what your company does or things like that. And the third is just to meet with as many people as possible, just to start understanding the terminology that people use in Canada in your field. So for example, you can go on lunch club where they'll pair you up with people like once a week, or people are very kind. Reach out to people and just have coffee chats with them. Learn about HR in the space. Go to local events. There's lots for free or lots put on by new immigrant associations or things like that, like Access Employment. There's a lot of great organizations, but really remember, organizations are lucky to have you.
Awesome. And for those who aren't in Canada yet, what would be your, I guess, probably like virtual version of that last tip?
Absolutely. So I think, to be honest, those copies are probably going to be virtual,
Yeah.
even now, because a lot of people are virtual and given the pandemic. So I would just ask people for a virtual copy. The lunch club meetings I've done with people, including many amazing, skilled new immigrants, have been virtual.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Lunch Club, you said?
Exactly. And they'll basically, you can put your preferences and they'll give you an option to meet with up to 3 people per week, or you can skip a week if you're busy that week. But it's a great way to get to know people.
Very cool. I'll have to check it out. Awesome. Marlies, can you tell us a little bit about the roles that are open or generally what hiring properly is doing right now?
Absolutely. So, I would say at Properly right now, we're hiring for several roles. So on the HR side, we're hiring a people business partner. So to basically do the type of work I do, supporting teams and their growth, supporting employees. We're hiring an engineering manager. We're hiring an economist. We're always hiring independent contractor realtors.
Hmm.
We're hiring a lot on our product design team. So for user experience, product design. And then finally, a very exciting role that I'm excited to quickly tell everybody about is we're hiring our very first mortgage agent because we're building out an in-house mortgage brokerage. So you're getting the inside scoop there.
Very cool. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. And we'll make sure to share the link to the company careers page as well. So if you're watching this on YouTube or listening, make sure to check out the link there as well. Lastly, Marlies, who's one person in the Canadian recruitment HR people or talent space that you'd love to give a shout out to?
I'm actually going to give two. And they're actually two amazing professionals I worked with at Career Edge who do amazing work to help immigrants and new grads in the space. So they actually both worked at Ryerson University. And one, her name is Ibiemi Balogan. And she's actually the manager of graduate careers and student engagement, but she does private career coaching. She's actually right now really trying to support women, and she's providing a lot of free coaching for them. So she's amazing. The second is Graham Sagawa, and he's the executive director at the Ted Rogers School of Management, and he's built amazing programs at Career Edge to help hundreds of new immigrants find work. He's the kindest person. He's a mentor to this day, and he's helped thousands of students at Ryerson find work, and he really believes in giving back. They've both been really influential in my own career. However, I think they've both made such an impact in the lives of new immigrants specifically. I'm going to do a third, actually.
Okay.
It's an amazing team who's all spread out. So Leo Luck is actually a job coach and mentor at Wood Green Community Services, which helps skilled newcomers find work. So that's Leo Luck. And Leo does work to this day, and he's the type, that's a community organization that newcomers can work with, and Leo specifically will be their mentor and job coach through that. Those are
Very
three
cool.
people to follow that I feel very lucky to have in my life.
It sounds like a great list. I'm going to have to reach out and maybe see if we can get them on the show as well.
I'll send you their profiles.
Awesome. Marlies, thanks so much for coming on and sharing some advice. If people want to get in touch or learn more about you, where do you recommend they go?
They can go to my Twitter. I'm at pastries and cake. So it's like this. And that's also, so that's my Twitter. They can go to my LinkedIn, and that's Marlies Farrill, or they can go to my Instagram, which is Marlies Farrill HR.
Awesome. And we'll make sure to share those as well in the description. Marlies, thanks again for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for doing this to really support newcomers in their job search.
Absolutely.